Our next comic is really funny. You've probably seen him at Long Island Comedy Festival, 365 Festival in the city, Brokerage, Governors, a lot of clubs on Long Island. Give it up for Chuck Fox.
Celebrated my 64th birthday recently. I don't call them birthdays anymore. I refer to it now as the countdown. Wife got me a really good present. She bought me this little coupon book. And each coupon said it was good for sex. Useless. No, really, I can't find the hooker anyway that takes it. This old shit, it sucks getting old. I used to be able to pee my name in the snow with bold letters. Now, it's like Morse code. Dot, 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 dash. You start taking medicine for shit you didn't even know you had. You read the warning labels on these things and the side effects, right? There's one side effect on this one diabetes drug. You know what the side effect is? Genital gangrene. Kind of makes you wish for anal leakage, right? No, but think about this for a minute. What happens? No, just think about this, yeah? Honey, I think we got a problem. The other hard part about getting old is trying to get used to all the new shit they keep coming out with. I bought myself a new car. And it's pretty cool. I can take my phone and I can link it up. But when I speak, it'll send someone a text. Right? And when I get a text, it'll read it back to me. And if two people have the same system, you can text back and forth. Nobody ever has to touch a keypad. Pretty cool, right? How is that any different from a phone call? They invented the telephone so you wouldn't have to write letters anymore. And now it's used mainly to write letters. And what's the other thing they're worried about, right? What's the other thing they're worried about? The texting and driving, the distracted driving, right? How do they fix that problem? By putting giant flat screen TVs on the dashboard of every new car. I wanted to change the station, I had to go through 15 menu options. Which was so much easier than the old-fashioned way. Explain that to you. Explain that to your insurance company. Well, I didn't like the song. I was trying to change the channel and I drove into a tree. Lived in my house for 35 years. I never locked the front door. But all of a sudden now, we have to get one of those central station alarm systems, you know, the ones that watch your house. Right? And I don't want to fight about this, because I don't like arguing. So people like arguing, say like make-up sex, right? I hate make-up sex. As soon as it's over, you remember why you wanted to kill her in the first place. So we get this alarm system, right? And the first day I go home, I forget the code. Right? And I do what everybody else would do. I start pushing every button on that fucking keypad. 10,000 combinations. I'm going to get it right the first time. Right? All of a sudden the phone rings. I pick it up. I hear, this is Central Station Alarm. We hear an alarm in your house. We need the code. I go, thank God you called. I need you to turn this off. He goes, sir, I need the code to turn it off. I said, you fucking idiot. If I knew the code, we wouldn't be having this conversation. He said, sir, we don't know who you are. If you don't tell us the code, the police will be there in 5 minutes. I said, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. I hire you to watch my house. The minute the alarm goes off, the first thing you do is call up the burglar and tell him how much time he has left before the cops get there. Jesus Christ, there's a fucking hole in the wall where the alarm used to be. I started looking at those internet dating sites. Don't look at me like that. There's not a married guy in this country who hasn't looked at one of those sites. There's nothing wrong with it. It's no different than going to cars.com and seeing what you get in trade for your 1987 Corolla. TV, even TV's different. Remember the old commercials? Mr. Whipple, please don't squeeze the Charmin. When they had the Scott toilet paper tissue races, the Scott tissue always won because it was 1,000 sheets longer. Remember that? Now how do they advertise toilet paper? Show a bunch of bears running around the woods and proclaim their toilet paper is now dingleberry free. Is this an issue? Was there some giant dingleberry problem going on in this country I didn't know about? Let me tell you something. If your ass is as hairy as a bear's, you're getting dingleberries. I don't give a shit what kind of toilet paper you use. It's the other thing that bothers me. Porn. Porn bothers me. It's too easy to get your hands on porn now. You guys got it too easy. You can get porn on your cell phone. It used to take balls to get your hands on porn. Right? You would have to go down to that video rental store, and they had that little room in the back with the curtain, right? And you go sneaking back by the foreign films and the self-help tapes, and when nobody's looking, you'd sneak behind the curtain. That took balls. What's the worst that could happen to you now, right? Your wife goes through your browser history. Your kids see mommy doing mommies in the cable TV checkout cart. Try stepping out from behind that curtain with an armload of porn and running into your next door neighbors and their 2 little kids renting a Little Mermaid. That, my friends, is balls. Had a flight to Florida recently. Down Tampa, went down in that Greyhound bus with wings, Southwest Airlines. Now, I like to sit in the emergency exit aisle because you get a little more room, right? But if you sit there, the stewardess will come up. The flight attendant, I'm sorry. You can't say stewardess anymore, which means exactly the same fucking thing. The flight attendant will come up to you and say, sir, if you sit there, you must promise, in the event of a crash landing, you must open the door, deploy the chute, and assist the other passengers off the plane. He said, first of all, there's no such thing as a crash landing. It's either a crash or a landing. There's no middle ground here. And if we did have a crash landing, I'm going to open the door, I'm going to deploy the chute, and I'm going to be the first motherfucker down that thing. What are they going to say? Come back, you promised. Right? And then they have the safety warning, the safety instructions, right? And they hold up that little hefty sandwich bag with the hole sticking out of it. And they say if you're supposed to put this around your neck in case of a water landing. How many fucking landings do they have? They got crash landings, emergency landings, water landings. When I purchased my ticket, my minimal expectation was landing. Then they have that little athletic cup with the ear flaps on it, right? And they say if this comes down, if you don't put it out, you could pass out 5 minutes. I'm sorry, in 30 seconds. You could pass out. Now think about this. Is that what you really want? To be wide awake and alert as you're looking out the plane in this flying stagecoach watching the wings fall off? Listen to 1,000 screaming passengers as this goes 35,000 feet straight down into the Atlantic Ocean making its water landing? I think not. If that thing comes out in front of me, I'm not putting it on. I'll take my chances. Wake me up if we make it. That's the other thing that bothers me. Boys' names. The fuck is going on with boys' names? There's no more Hank, no more Sal's. There's no more tradition. You know what the number one name for a boy was last year? Noah. What do you call it? What do you hate? There's no tradition. I went to a christening last week. Noah Hernandez. When was the last time you ran into a Jose Schwartz? And Noah, and what do you call him for short? No. You confuse the shit out of the kid. No, no, yes, no, 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 no. Kid's gonna wind up in prison. No, really, I can see him stand in front of a judge. Your Honor, I swear to God, I thought she was yelling out my name. Somebody mentioned gender reveal parties. I got an invitation to gender reveal party. And the first thing I said to myself was, what the fuck is a gender reveal party? I kept picturing a bunch of guys standing around the room wearing dresses. I had to go find out which one had a scar. But in case you didn't know, a pregnant woman goes to the doctor. Doctor has a blood test. Blood test sent to a baker. Baker bakes a cake. Cake is secretly sent to the woman's house. All the woman's family and friends stand around the kitchen table. They cut the cake open. Pink icing gets a girl, blue icing gets a boy. Isn't that wonderful? What kind of self-centered narcissist would think I want to spend my Sunday afternoon sitting around their kitchen table waiting to find out if their little bundle of joy is going to have a dick or not? Let me tell you something. I know who you are. You don't need a gender reveal party, sweetheart. You need a father reveal party. Now, that's something I'd pay to go see. A bunch of guys sitting around the kitchen table waiting to open up the DNA results. We can take bets on which guy's going to get stuck with 18 years worth of child support payments. You guys have been great. Thank you very much.